Hey, yo, what's up, man? Thank y'all for tuning in to another episode of Matchmaker, man. Before we get started, I would like to ask you guys to please hit the like button. If you on Facebook, follow the page. Also, if you on YouTube, man, make sure y'all subscribe to the page. If y'all on Instagram, make sure y'all go to Fanatic Media underscore. Follow the page, man. But hey, I appreciate y'all being in. You know what I'm saying? We got a lot to talk about. We got coach coming on from Mac Dolphins. We were supposed to have him on maybe about a week or two ago, but it just didn't work out. So I reached out to coach, man, try to make it happen. So coach should definitely be on tonight. And we're gonna talk some Mac Dolphins, the future. We're gonna talk a little bit about everything. What's they stance on AYF, Y, and C. Are they planning on playing Y and C? You know what I'm saying? We're gonna ask the right questions. So what's up, Fanatic? How you doing?
Man, I'm doing good, man. Man, bro, it's been an amazing 2025, bro. We've had some good people on so far for 2025, bro. Like, I'm just I'm just shocked right now, bro, at the amazement. Shout out to Zay and Born Chasers. He told us on the show, but he definitely went on ahead and he has dropped the War Chasers flyer that they're going to be doing another War Chasers in June. Hey man, that young dude is grinding, bro. He is definitely grinding, bringing us the games that we want to see. But you know, man, what's two games, bro? Two games right now that you like? Yeah, this got to happen this year.
Oh,
I don't
far as the games that's already made.
just games that you just want to see. Like these are games that, like, bro, if you could see this, bro, you like, I'll take this game any day of the week.
Well, I would have liked to see Alpha Dogs play um versus Fort Lauderdale or versus
Okay.
Bounty Boys. I would like to
Do
see
you do
them.
you still want to see that?
I mean, kinda, nah, because they ain't got the
Oh
same
nah.
team. They ain't got the
I don't
same
want. I
team.
want to know what you want to see now. What you want to see now?
Well, I want to see the whole 10U division. I want to
Mm.
see the whole team. I want to see what RDE is gonna be. I want to see what
Georgia
RDU
Eagles.
gonna be.
Call
I
them
want
by
to
their
see.
name. They are no
Oh,
longer RD
they Jordan
nothing.
Eagles now. Okay, I would like to
ATL
see.
Elite Georgia Eagles.
Hey, that is weird. That somehow, and I don't know if this actually stand. The Georgia Eagles is supposed to be with the Georgia Elite. Is that supposed to be a thing?
Because
So
they
is
were
that the
ATL Elite.
12U team that we're talking about
Wow. Oh, you know what?
for the
That's a
ATL
good.
Elite?
Mm.
So is that the 12U? Is that the 12U
Mm.
that we talking about? And my whole thing is this: how the hell they gonna go to ATL Elite in Georgia Eagles, which was RDE, is now is now the Georgia Eagles? I'll try to figure that one out. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, I would like to know if that's the game. Is it
Nice hell, bro.
the
You put that
Georgia,
together.
yeah, the Georgia Falcons, I mean the Georgia Eagles versus the Miami Garden Ravens. If that's the game that's already made, that's the game that I would like to see as well. And it's another one, man. I would like to see Bessemer versus if coach actually create the rare breed team. I would like to see that one. You know what I'm saying? Just to see how coach kind of manage or play the game versus coach, you know what I'm saying, Coach Blue and them. So that's a game that I would love to see, bro.
What's up? What's up with you, man?
What? I would
What the
like to
hell
see
is
the
your
game.
what the hell is your problem?
I ain't got a problem.
Huh? No, no,
I,
no. You do got a
you
freaking
asked
problem
me. Hold
because
on.
you're trying to get Bessemer.
You
What are we doing, bro?
nah, I
Bro,
mean,
what's up with you,
look,
bro?
see the one thing that we know
What's up
about
with you?
the one thing we know about coach is that he's great at making adjustments. So they might not even win the first game that they play.
Might not.
They might not win it.
Okay.
Now the second one, see if they
Mm.
actually play again. See, he's great at making adjustments. So, but it depends on type of team that he got. Is coach gonna be able to get some of the marquee players? Some of them already, you know what I'm saying? They already secured, right? But is he going to be able to get enough? And I do know this. If he's able to get some of them players that play for the ATL Elite Thrashers, that's a great start right there.
Mm-hmm.
That's a really great start if he able to do that. If not, you know what I'm saying? I think he'd be able to still get some of those other players because, like you say, man, natty to high school. And
Mm.
I don't think too many coaches or parents is going to be willing to take up to pass that chance up, especially when they see the success that he already had. You feel what I'm saying? So
Right.
I don't know, bro. I'm very intrigued by the 10U though. More than
Facts.
anything, I want to see the 10U, and then also I'm gonna want to see. I'm gonna want to see the Miami Garden Ravens to play Voodoo, since they got number 3 that's going to that play for what's that team name? The Brick City.
Mm-hmm.
Coach in the building. We got coach in the building. All right, man. We just tried to warm the mic up, man, to you
For
guys.
sure, man. We got a
Man,
champion in the building.
got a champion. We got a national champion in the building.
Let's say how y'all doing? How y'all doing?
We doing
Doing
great,
good,
man.
man. We're doing
You know,
good.
I was telling them that we were supposed to bend link up, but it just wasn't. The times wasn't matching, or the days. You know what I'm saying? It just wasn't aligning. But
Yeah.
I don't think there's no better week than this one. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It just made our lineup just that much more special. You see what I'm saying? So it happened the way it was supposed to. But how you doing, Coach?
Oh man, doing pretty good. A little chilly outside, so just not getting
Man,
in. How y'all doing down there in the A?
We doing great.
we
Doing
good,
great.
man. Probably
Yes,
not as
sir.
good as bad as y'all, but yeah, we all right down here, man.
Yes, sir, man. Figure we'd talk a little football, man. Mac
Mm-hmm.
Dolphins. We be following y'all. Be trying to listen and man, get some good entertainment each night, man. So kind of appreciate what y'all doing. Like I say, just thanks for the opportunity, man, to get on and y'all can talk Mac Dolphins or whatever y'all want to talk, man. We kind of
We gonna definitely
Oh no,
talk McDolphins.
we're gonna have to talk some Mac Dolphins because I gotta know, coach. I gotta know you went AYF, coach,
uh-huh.
33-0 first game,
Yeah.
27-0 second game, 18-7 against a top 10 team third game, 13-0 against a bona fide contender in the fourth game. I mean, was it as easy as it looked?
Oh man, I don't
I just gotta know. I know you humble, coach. But
nah,
it
I'm
feels like y'all was just out there, woohoo, woohoo, just it looked easy, man.
Coach,
in
I think Coach
Yeah,
Froze.
froze a little bit. But yeah, man, I don't know, Ken. You got to tell me what you think, man. You feel what I'm saying? As we get coach back on. Okay, yeah, as we get coach back on, bro. Y'all tell me what y'all think, bro. It looked.
Yeah, hey, Coach, you have
Oh,
froze.
there, yo, yeah, it looked like my
okay.
dog was just smoothing through there, smooth sailing. But tell me what you think, coach.
Well, like I say, definitely you got to give respect to your opponents. Football is
Mm-hmm.
never easy. You seen the one seed get beat all the time. I think a challenge for us was like we throw the football. It's no 10U team in the country that throw the football more than we do. Like it is what it is. That's what we want to do. We trying to get
Right.
ready for high school, so we gonna throw the football. And the weather that week, besides the first day, was super windy, and we left a lot of touchdowns on the board. A lot of points on the field that week. But you still got to try to find ways to win the game, and I think we was able to do that. Playing some top notch teams, like I say, to be able to have to play 4 teams in the what 6 day span. Super
Right.
proud of our kids and our players.
Definitely. All right, so I'm trying to figure out. Oh, okay. So y'all came on the scene. I had a chance to first film y'all when y'all came to the Cam Newton. And I say, hold on. I say, man, either this team is lucky today or this team is good, right? And that's the first time that I seen y'all because I did. No matter of fact, I seen y'all. I believe y'all played MBK there, but I seen y'all the week prior. But I just wanted to see, you know what I'm saying, it for myself. But then I'm like, the way that y'all pass and the way that those receivers was catching that ball, I say, nah, this can't be luck. Because the way that that quarterback was putting it on the money to where only his receivers can get it, I just knew that y'all was a passing team. But I did think a team like the Walk 'em Down gang had some hope until I seen that they didn't have no hope. You know what I'm saying? But what game do you feel like y'all played that made y'all actually kind of make the world just watch, like look and see, like, oh damn, they for real. What game do you feel like that one was that awakening game?
Well, I think two things, right? So we've been trying to, I talked to Coach Bat. We've been trying to play voodoo. We thought we had them coming up at 9U. Some things kind of fell through. So we knew that we wanted to go to Panama, and we knew that the draw would give us a chance to be on the national stage. So going in, we feel like we had a good chance to win the first game. The way they had it set up, the top four teams will have a bye, and then on that Thursday, did nobody know what Crescent City was going to be, but at the time they was the number 2 team in the country based off of the preseason poll. And so to be able to to play them, and we hadn't played them before. People may say their team was down, but they still play a physical type of football. And so to be able to play that game with them and for it to be super physical, and of course SED was watching us play because they blew out the team before, and so then to go in to play SED for our third game, which would have been their second game. I think we came out played pretty good. It was crazy hot to play 3 games like that, and then the main thing we didn't know they had Aiden. So I was, we was doing film study all summer because we knew once we figured out we was on that side of the bracket, and then once we didn't know they had Aiden till the day before, and we had to focus on that game. So that kind of changed up the game plan. But I think even that game, I think it was um I can't remember what the score, maybe 30 to 16 or something like that, or 30 to 18 or 28 to 18. We knew that a couple weeks and we just keep grinding, we could compete with them. And then of course, we wanted NBK played walk down game. No, I'm sorry, NBK played Woj down there,
Mhm.
and Woj beat them, if I'm not mistaken, at the end of the game. Like it was a tight game. I think MBK had a chance to win. At the end, I think they might have threw a pick six or something like that. So we figured, okay, we go to Camps, and then that can kind of let us know where we stand with West Orlando, because we both got put out, I think, in the semis, and we didn't get a chance to play them. Like we really would have loved to play them to kind of see who was really that number 3 in the country, right? So but they put us at 4, and so we went to Cam and we played NBK, and so we wanted to make a statement. West Orlando barely beat them, so let's let them know we come to play football too. And so that those 2 games, and then everybody get NBK a hard time, but they played some of the best ball in the country, right? They played a lot
Right.
of good teams, and then even with them, they played who was that? Bessemer, right? Well, I think we took care of NBK better than Bessemer did,
Mhm.
right? But when everything's said and done, Bessemer got the nod, and then walk down game. So they're a good football team. They came to North Carolina, good team. Um, I mean, but I'm the type of coach, man. I think about the kids. I don't think about the adults doing all that talking. So to me, 14-0 just as good as 50-0.
Mm-hmm.
And I think we jumped out on them, man. I think it
Mhm.
was 30-0 when I looked up at the scoreboard.
Mhm.
And so, but I think that was another game that people was like, okay, they for real. They for real up there in North Carolina.
Oh yeah,
Um,
definitely. So they say like the whole thing was they didn't feel like you guys were going to win, especially when y'all played versus the DMV. They didn't feel like y'all had a chance because they said, "Oh, well, they ain't got a running back. They ain't going to be able to just pass on the DMV,
Yeah.
DMVU." Um, and I'm like, man, I got them actually winning the whole thing, but I am a little skeptical of the fact that they more pass heavy than anything. So now that you saying you're preparing them for high school, you just went in there in the season just feeling like nobody was capable of stopping the pass run.
Well, I'm not gonna give up too much,
Yeah, no, no, don't give up the song. I
but
mean, the game was already played. I'm just
yes,
saying, like,
sir.
yeah.
But I think we've been throwing the ball since 6U, right? Like we've been throwing the football, and we hear about everybody else, and we don't want to take nothing away from nobody else, and so y'all speak on it a lot. Stopping the pass, it ain't as easy as you think, especially when
Mhm.
you got a quarterback in a system that they going through progressions, right? It
Mhm.
ain't no we gonna throw this route, and if it's not their run, right? We're looking at first read, second read, third read. All right, safety valve. Like most defenses and most 9-year-olds, 10-year-olds, we can go all the way up to 11-year-olds, 12-year-olds. They don't have the experience of doing that. And it's not seven. I mean, 7 on 7 is cool, and we do that and it helps, but you can't run the ball in 7 on 7. So now your defense got to prepare for that. So we was, listening to what everybody saying about DNVU and um, saying that they was the favorites, in which they should have been. Why? Because they was the defending champions. We went up there last year and played them, and and I'm just trying to see how I want to word it. We should have won. We lost by 1 point in overtime. Controversy call didn't have nothing to do with their team or their kids. Just the refs made a terrible call, which gave them the score to take the lead. But that made us want to play even more. And so, and then a lot of people was looking at, we both played DMVU at the Cam Newton thing here in North Carolina.
Mhm.
So
Okay.
a lot of people was looking at that score, um, to try to give a comparison between us and that DNVU game, what it would look like. But when when we play Voodoo, most people, in my opinion, when they play Voodoo, they trying to keep the game close. We went in there like we was just as good, and we gonna do what we do. Right,
Mm,
our first time playing them, we're gonna go out there and we're gonna do what we do. We jumped out on them. Think we end up scoring 3 touchdowns on them. We couldn't stop the run, but until you line up in front of it, you don't know what you're dealing with when you play voodoo.
right, right. And I was just about to ask that
Yeah.
question, like, what did you feel? Like, what was the turning point when y'all went up? Like, when y'all went up, do y'all feel like y'all just got lackadaisical, or you just felt like they just made the proper adjustment?
Well, I think for one, voodoo. Well, for one, we got a 21-man roster,
Mm, mm,
right? You gotta have the depth. That Cam Newton game, if you go on YouTube, it's probably about 2 hours in a 30-minute game. Like that game was a real football game, right? The clock was stopped on everything. It was a chance for both teams to really play football, for those kids to really be on that stage. And so that's why we really enjoyed playing in those Cam Newton games, because they was pretty much like national games, because the clock, they wasn't spinning the clock. So I think with Voodoo, um, we kind of, sometimes when you play a team like that, you kind of do too much. You kind of confuse your kids, because you're trying to stop a juggernaut. And I
Mhm.
think what we done was we over prepared for them defensively, and it just got the best of us. But going into the half, we down 7 points. I take that all day, and we was fighting. We wasn't trying to hold the ball. We weren't trying to keep it a one score game and try to win it in the fourth. No, we came out trying to play football, and try to enjoy the experience.
Okay.
Coach, y'all played. I mean, just hearing you talk, it's like, man, they played everybody, didn't they? Right, whether it was a YNC team or AYF team or, whoever really played, you really don't see that as much nowadays. What makes y'all say we'll play anybody?
And we feel like we feel like we different, man. We're like we don't do a lot of. Let me say this, like we don't do all that talking and bragging. You know what I'm saying? I try to live my life. You know what I'm saying? I want to represent Jesus Christ and God and everything I do, and so I try to have a standard. Like like I've been coaching this team. Probably since I fifth or sixth year. Like we don't cuss our kids out. I know. I mean, I grew up. That happened. That's cool. That's what people do. So we're trying to be an example of you can win, and that don't mean on a scoreboard, but you can
Mhm.
win by trying to teach these young men how to be professional young men in life, right? And so that's how we do. But we won we won UYFL D1 and when didn't nobody respect UYFL. Now you win it, they want to talk about you. We won D2 AYF, right? When and people didn't want to respect it. So and then now people that's winning D2, they talking about it. So we took our steps. We went D1 last year, got beaten the regionals. Then we come out this year and we won D1 AYF. So we're trying to put our kids where the best at. So back to what you said, we played Crescent City. Of course,
Mhm.
didn't nobody know what their season was gonna be like. SED, Voodoo, Walk Down Game, MBK, and at the Charlotte event with Cam, we were trying to play West Orlando. They couldn't get it set up. We thought we was playing Bessemer, um, but at the last minute, Cam and them decided to let Ken Jr. team come, and so that filled up the card. So we wasn't able to play Voodoo and Bessemer that weekend. So we want anybody that feel like they was top five in the country wanted to play them.
Okay. Have you started your roster or starting building teams or playing assigning teams right for the upcoming season? Have you started talking to any coaches about playing them right away to create your schedule?
No, we haven't. We know we popping out. Like we'll be at, we'll be down there, Alabama, where it's gonna be YNC. Like when they pop out preseason. Um, so I kind of the way I do is because I give so much, you know, in the season, I kind of de-escalate and be a dad, be a husband for a couple months and then we'll get right back into the football. But we definitely back. If they in Panama, we in Panama, wherever they at. I know the thing that what was it Cam Newton them doing the same as
Mhm.
Generation Net in Atlanta. We're probably gonna be there. Like we're looking for those teams that's gonna make us better.
To be honest, he asked the question about you not being scared to play teams. I think that's what actually helped y'all win the championship. Playing those
Mhm.
teams, understanding where y'all was at, understanding, the proper measurement of your team. And not just that, the stuff that they needed to work on. Then you got
Right.
a chance to see those dogs in them, in those type of moments. You know what I'm saying? So I think that it helped you. And in the same is for that goes for another team, I believe, who kind of did the same thing, took a few losses. Bounty Boys, right?
Shout
Took
out to the
took a
Building
couple
Boys.
losses and stuff like that, but they stayed the course. They played versus Fort Lauderdale, they played versus the 703, avenged both of those losses. Then they played versus the team that they lost to in the championship, which was the North Philly Blackhawks. I think when you play the game, you guys, Bounty Boys, um, um, Twin City Outlaws, like those type of teams, they prove to you you can lose in a season a few times. Long as you stay the course, you win it. You know what I'm saying? Long as you can stay the course. And that's what, and I'm only saying this because you got a lot of coaches that wouldn't even play games at all.
Yeah. But I think again, I'm kind of the coaches because I'm a coach. I'm kind of the coach's biggest supportive. Um, but I think it all has a lot to do with your parents, man. Like like you gotta have those type of parents that's committed through the wins and the losses. You got if you ain't got those parents, man, like what's the team that you like? Man, you lose your whole team going to play
Coach,
somebody.
I'm gonna have to stop you there.
All right, talk to
That
me.
ain't true.
All
That's
right,
not. That just not true.
let me give you an example.
It
Let me
ain't
get
no.
well.
Yes,
Let's
please.
let's talk facts. All
Yes,
right,
sir.
Talk
even
facts,
though
coach. Talk
so
facts.
let's talk facts because so even like I think you got to look at it. It's probably let's just make up a number. It's 100,000 youth football teams in the country,
That's a
Okay.
fact.
right? And a lot of them, and we're talking about the top teams. We're talking about probably 1 percentile. You had the
Absolutely.
team that y'all was talking about. I don't know if it's Space City or whoever. They went
Hmm.
to Panama and lost their whole team. So that's facts.
That's a
That's
fact.
facts. If you look at after Panama, these transfer portals, it was off the
Mm,
chain after Panama.
mm,
So you as a
mm.
coach, you gotta be able to run it's a business, right? You may need a couple extra weeks to get your team ready for a certain type of competition. Or you may feel like your team not even on that level, and that's okay. They gonna play the
Mm.
teams that they on the level that they think they should play. And I think it's levels to this youth football, and you can let just like you can let peer pressure get you out there somewhere, and you trying to find another team.
I,
Oh my
okay.
God,
I,
you
I'm gonna
cooking,
tell you
coach.
where
You
I'm
just,
coming
I
from,
mean,
though.
you really just cook right there, coach.
Hey,
I
he
really wanted
did.
to drop
Hey,
a
he
bomb
did.
for you. I
He
really wanted
could,
to drop a bomb
but he
because
made
God,
the
you was
steak
cooking.
medium and rare. I asked it for well done. Okay. Now here's the thing, Coach. I get that, right? You got some parents or whatever, they just not loyal.
Well,
It's just and some still won. And
yeah,
that's why I said it's not necessarily true that the parents gotta be, locked in. Cause I didn't see some parents lose a game, quit the team, go to another team, win it.
yeah,
And I
but
mean, you
yeah,
talk about personality, they hell.
but think about what you said. They left the team of the coach that popped out there like you want them to. And
Mm-hmm.
it backfired on him, but the parent and the child was able to go to somewhere else and win.
Facts. Facts.
Not so I think it's nothing wrong with a coach looking at his team and doing what's best for his team. Now, at some point in the season, I do feel like they need to kind of test their team out, right? You want to test because it's gonna make you a better coach, it's gonna make your players better, it's gonna humble some of your parents, right? And that's okay because that's what the game's supposed to do. But me personally, I think if you look at the landscape, and I know y'all may disagree with this, but if you look at the
Mhm.
landscape of football last night, it was a lot of big time games going on within all these age divisions. Now, of
Mhm.
course, everybody can't play everybody because of the financial burdens. It
Absolutely.
costs a lot, man, and a lot of people that's doing these traveling is minority people, right? You got a lot of
Absolutely.
single parents, right? And so sometimes a coach may have to make a decision to take money from his family or maybe not put that single parent in a tough situation just to go play a game. Um, um, and then one thing with us, right? You got to be careful too. Like, and I watch Zay and stuff like that. But as a
Mhm.
coach, you running a business. What I mean by that is, I want to be careful where I take my kids and make sure they're in a safe environment and they gonna be able to make it back home, right?
Right.
And that's based off of dealing with people that you trust and that they gonna put your kids in a good situation. So it's so much that goes into this traveling and playing the games, right? And so as a coach, you kind of like when them all 30 kids or 20 kids on that team is your kids. those parents trust you to do what's best for them, and that's the way I try to look at things.
Coach,
Okay. And okay,
go ahead.
go ahead, Fernando.
How the heck did you get here, Coach? Like, I hate to shift this, but I'm listening to you talk, and I'm like, man, like this is North Carolina. How the hell did you get to the point that you're at right now out of North Carolina?
Well, like I say, um, like so, Mac Dolphins. We started from Pop Warner. I wasn't their last year in Pop Warner. I didn't coach, and then they first year out, we went UIFL, and that's one of my first year coaching 6U, and so we went to UIFL, and so then I'm just gonna give you a quick little story. So then my 6U had kids on that team that went 7, but my son was 5, and so they were 6. And I just got attached to those kids. And so what I done, this was my first year since 6U that I only coached one team. I coached 2 teams. I coached a 6 and 7, 7 and 8, a 9 and 10.
How does that
Um,
work though?
I'm trying to
well,
figure
because,
it out.
because uh,
Because I know like it's a lot of like it's a lot of work that goes into coaching. How do
Mhm.
you actually take two organizations and make it work? Do you
well,
allow them to scrimmage versus each other or something?
well, what we did was like we our offense, because I'm the offense, I run the offense, but pretty much both staffs work together. And so my offense ran the same offense. So my 8 you will run the play, then bam, my 7 you come right back. Like we don't have a lot of time to waste. Like, and so we repping. So you run the same offense. Now, of course, one team may have a certain guy that can do some stuff different, a player, and then vice versa. However, you got to have a base package, and the base package should be something that both teams can do, and then you add on based on personnel. But so both of our teams won united. I made the years may be off, but
Mhm.
my 6U, well, let's say my 7U won united. They go get on the stands. I got to go coach my 8U. We go win united. So that was United D1. So we won 2 national championships that year. Then we went to AYF, same situation. My 8U won D2. They go get on the stage. Well, I got to turn around and coach my 9U. They win AYF D2. So then, okay, cool. Let's go D1. When we went D1, both teams lost. One lost in state, one lost in regionals. And that's when I realized as it goes up, you can't do that. And I hurt the team by because I couldn't give them everything they needed. And so I had to make a decision this year to just coach one team because it is taxing it, Ken, as you were saying.
Mhm.
It's a lot.
Mhm. Yeah, that's
It's
man, but I
crazy.
commend you
It's
for it.
crazy, bro.
Taking the time out to try to coach both teams. I we can only commend you for it. But like he mentioned, you guys were in what was it? You guys
You
played
why?
UYFL.
Yes,
Mhm.
Then y'all played D2
D2
AYF,
AYF,
won
bro.
that, right?
yes,
Then y'all play y'all played D1, I mean.
yeah.
What okay, so when you went D2, what was the decision? Like, did you not feel like you guys were good enough to win D1? Or what went into that to make you
Well,
select D2?
well, I think what happens is to me, I look at football like life, right?
Mhm.
It's about stepping stones. And I think a lots of times people go to these higher divisions for them. It ain't they don't think about the kids. It's kids that won D2 AYF that have had those memories the rest of their life, where other kids went D1 and have never had those memories of what it's like to experience that experience, right? And so to me, it was about doing what's best for the kids and take the proper steps. I think y'all hit on it before, and I'm not saying it's law, but I believe that United, and then this AYF. and then it's battle, right? And so if you can't win united, what you doing going battle? What we doing? Like what we trying to, is it about the kids?
Man,
Is it
this
about
man
giving
cooking.
them experience? Or is it about me wanting to get on social media and brag about, playing in a place that I knew I didn't have no chance of competing? So to me, it's about stepping stones, man. Like take the pride aside, take all that, throw that stuff to the side, man, and try to build some memories with these kids that 1% of the people that's playing football in the world gonna experience.
My God. Hey, coach, you is freaking cooking tonight, man. You are
Hey,
cooking.
he's a
Um,
hey, Walter.
Go ahead.
Walter said free game. He says, free game. You telling too much, but I'm listening.
This man
Look,
is
look. See,
cooking,
here's the
dog.
thing. He just cooking. He ain't putting the
He
sauce on
is
it. We're
cooking
not
though,
gonna let
bro.
him
Like,
put the sauce on it.
but I
We
mean, when I
we don't
say,
want to
bro,
give no coaches
this
no
man is
advantage. No,
cooking.
y'all gotta figure that out on the field. You know what I'm saying?
Like,
But we
like,
just
like, really listen to it, bro. You when he went from UIFL D2 to a national champ, like, bro, that's like it's just you just did it the right way, and it's just like, bro, this man is cooking. Um, Coach, shout out to PA Trenches because I know he in there. He gets on me a lot because he know I love mega teams that combine and all of that good stuff. And it just feels like, coach, you just really just coached this team up. You know what I'm saying? It just feels like you just got some kids from North Carolina and just really did your dang on thing. Like, I just want to like how I want you to give me too much, but just give me a gold nugget. How did you do that?
Man, listen, man, our roster loaded. Like I say, man, we don't do all that. Let me pump the brakes a little bit because I ain't want people to feel offended. You know what I'm
Ooh.
saying? But all right, so we ain't making no flyers for no kids to be on our team. The kids that we got now, they just as important. So why I'm making a flyer for you? Cause you just joining the team or becoming a part of the family, right? We not doing all that, but our roster thick. Now don't get, I don't want nobody to get it twisted. We man, we got some ballers on our team, and yeah, we got some guys on our team. But the thing about them though is they unselfish players, right? They they want to win? Absolutely. Do they want the ball? Absolutely. Do they want to be in the limelight? Absolutely. But they willing to set that aside for the team, man. And so where that come from? That come from home, man. That comes from the parent just believing in what we're doing. Like, it's hard for a lot of these teams to be successful because everybody want to shine. Everybody want the glory. What we did this year, man, we got a kid. Now, listen to me clearly. He
Mhm.
best he man, ain't he I'm gonna be generous and say top 3 in our age bracket. Hands down.
position.
Hands down.
You,
Like
you- are you willing to give his position?
he everything.
Oh, yeah, athlete.
Trust
Oh
me.
my,
Trust me when I say this, man. Trust when I say this. But
God.
but but this is the thing though. That ain't the stuff that make the kid like special. That what make the kid special. We win AYF, and it's time for the MVP. Instead of me giving him the MVP, I'm giving it to the whole team, and he
Mhm.
absolutely 100% behind it. He not pouting. He's smiling just as hard, right? And you don't get that, man. Like this kid was like he was just as happy that his brother's gonna get the MVP chain that he's about to get when he know he the best kid.
Mm. Yeah, that's definitely unselfish because I didn't see some parents want to quit the team because they kids didn't get the MVP. I said,
Ain't getting the ball enough.
what the are
Yeah,
you serious? Your team won. Like that ain't enough.
so that's why it's so hard sometimes to go play these games, man. Like these coaches got to deal with, man. You won't believe it, right? you won't they the best coach today, the worst coach tomorrow. You know what I'm saying? Bessemer coach won 6U last year. And now people don't trust his system just because he lost. Like
we
it's man,
just we just had him on here too, man. And I
Mhm.
I don't get it. You lose to a team that was, that's very stacked.
One of the best sevens that we've
Now you
probably
get a chance to
ever.
kind of recruit,
Yeah.
regroup, and all that. And the cold part about it is I hear a lot of people say, trust the process. Don't say that no more, because you don't trust the process.
No.
That's why
Yeah.
after a loss, you willing to get up and go somewhere else. But that's why I always say, in today's time, parents' method is I'm as loyal as you as I'm only loyal to you winning. When you lose, I might jump ship. I might go to another, team. And I'll say this. I seen it with Bugatti.
that hurt my
I
heart right
seen
there, man.
yes, that hurted me, man. I seen they lost to Voodoo, and then the coaches did not coach them for the rest of the time. They had one coach out there coaching the remainder of the kids, and they took some kids. So those are the things that I can never get used to or accept. You know what I'm saying? For any coach that can quit on a kid, I don't think you should be coaching.
Yeah, and like I say, a disclaimer, and I think we just gotta say it. It's not all
Mhm.
parents. Like it ain't all parents. Just like when y'all talk about coaches this time, of course, it's not all coaches, but you know, certain things just make it look bigger. But you do have some good parents out there that's committed. You do have some good coaches, but for them to do that, man, think about the message that it sent to those kids, man. I guarantee it's some kids that stayed that really looked up to the coaches that left.
Right,
You
but
know,
coach,
and
I'm gonna tell you, I take the Malcolm X approach. Hit dogs will holler. So I don't get to the some of the coaches, the this, the that. I say coaches. The ones that got the problem with it is the one that that is for. The ones
yeah,
that know it doesn't apply to them, they gonna let it fly. Yeah, he talking
yeah.
about
But
them.
this my thing though, Ken. Like when it comes to coaching, man, like
Mhm.
coaches, like we look at the wins and losses, but we don't think about, and that's cool because that's what the platform is for. That's great. I love it. But we don't look at the coaches that's winning because little Johnny not out there in the streets on his way to prison. Don't care if they travel or not. We know this kid is safe from 6:30 to 8:30 every day, where somebody can be using some drugs and peer pressure, or somebody is going to jail. So coaching is bigger than ducking games. It's man, I ain't worried about a game. I'm worried about trying to keep this kid in a safe environment. You got coaches that got kids living with them.
Facts.
Parents ain't giving them nothing. So it's bigger than that. And coaches, that's why I want to make sure we pick up coaches because they do so much, and I'm sure we all had coaches that did a lot for us, but man,
Absolutely.
football is about saving kids lives,
Facts.
man. But it's great to win while doing it. But you're right. But I'm with you 110%. But I just try not to. I just want to let these coaches know that if you winning or losing, man, people pulling for you. People appreciate what you're doing because you don't have to do it.
Facts. You don't. And in fact, I'm encouraging the ones who scared to play the game. Don't coach this year. Do
But
not.
but Ken, hold on, Ken. But think about it though. If so
Go ahead. Get
so
them,
so
coach. Get
so
them,
so
coach.
what you
Get them.
saying, Ken? Because they scared to play the game, they need to quit on. They need to quit on that kid that's depending on them to pick them up from
Now they got
practice every
somebody
day.
else, is what I'm saying. They got somebody else out there that's willing to give you. Because here's the thing, coach. You got like these football has changed so many kids' life, like you mentioned, right?
Yes.
A lot of it stemmed from the games though that was played, right? When it was a high power game. So, like for instance, right, the whatever game that y'all play next season, it's going to be heightened, right? So when your
They're the
kids
best.
actually perform the way that you know they can they can perform, people are going to be like, "Damn, oh this kid is this and this and this." Last season was y'all coming out party, right? Because I didn't know who y'all was. A lot of people didn't know who y'all was. Now that people know that y'all are the goods and y'all are really good like that, you're going to have players that people are going to pay attention to. You're going to have games that is going to be made to where your kids is going to shine, and that's going to create a lot of opportunities for them. All I'm telling the coaches is do not create or commit robbery when it comes to these kids by not allowing them to play the games that's going to help them, you know what I'm saying, get out there, get the exposure that they deserve. You see what I'm saying? That's why I say that, because the games that's not played, you know, they don't get that opportunity. So that's why I'm so big on that. And a loss is just a loss. I think they put too much emphasis on it. You see what I'm saying? Like, play the game. Y'all lose.
Yeah, but
Now, what you think about
but
that,
but I
Coach? What do
think
you
you
think
when
about
you
that?
look at social media is a blessing and it's also a curse. A loss used to be a loss,
Mhm.
but a loss is so much
Right.
more now with social media. You know, I mean, you got people that's gambling on games. I don't do it. Whatever you do, you do.
Mhm.
We all had a past where we did whatever we done. So I can't if I got my rent money on this game, a loss is not just a loss, man. And so it's just like I say, you got to make the main thing the main thing. Think about this right here, right? Growing up, think about most of the time the best player that played the game never make it.
Fact. Oh yeah,
Mm.
I'm agreeing with you. I say that. I say that a lot of times the best players don't even really, you know, have that success in high school.
So could the exposure, and I love exposure, and I like it because I think that's where we're in now. But
Mhm.
exposure without the right support can be just like a drug.
Right. Damn, man, Coach, you on some
It
cooking
can.
stuff tonight,
It,
Coach. I definitely want to get to some of the comments. One of the comments that we had earlier that we missed, it was just asking if you had one team, just one team that you like, man. If we don't play anybody next year, we got to play this one team. Who would that team be?
Oh man. Shoot, man. We
Low
gotta
up.
we gotta I mean we it gotta be between SED and Voodoo, man. Like
Okay.
like like what we doing? You know what I'm saying? Like what we doing?
Yeah.
Like, yeah, it gotta be there. Like they're the two losses we took last year, right? And so
Right.
they helped us, right? So we want to play them. Let it be our way of saying thank you. You know what I'm saying? So, so if I had to flip a
Do you
coin,
do you feel that
go
they're
ahead.
yeah? I'm wondering, do you feel like they're two different type of teams like for y'all? Because though they're just, I mean, they're just big and strong,
Yeah,
man.
man, but
And it's they're big and strong,
yeah, but
Coach.
listen, I like,
And y'all such
yeah,
finessers.
yeah. You gotta think, like, we coach with a game plan and a strategy, right? Winning that
Mhm.
voodoo game would have been amazing for us, right? Um, but you got to use every game to help you get ready for the back end. You know what I mean? So you know, we going like I said, we gonna see voodoo, and they gotta be and they may be on here, and that's cool, and I'm cool with those guys, but they was just as worried about us. They played us like that was, in my opinion, like because a lot of it had to do with what people were saying, how they felt like we would do what we could do to them and their defense.
Mhm.
But they gave us everything that they had, right? They wanted to prove a point when they played us. But I can guarantee it won't happen like that again. You know what I'm saying? Like you sometimes you gotta fight a fighter. Sometimes you gotta be in a room to know what it feels like to be in that room, right? And a lot of these teams that been playing voodoo, they've been playing them for 2, 3 years, right? We jumped. That's our first time playing them,
Right.
so we was able to hit them in the mouth too. Like we was up. Who else was up on voodoo this year?
That's what's
Oh,
crazy,
only
coach.
Bugatti for a second.
Most people kids when they hear the name, when Voodoo walks on the field, me and him probably are one of the people who get to see Voodoo the most. And shout out to Georgia Real Amp and all of those good guys, man. But in Georgia, we get to see them a lot. And we just see, oh yeah, they scared. Why aren't y'all kids nervous when Voodoo
Man,
steps on the field,
man,
man?
listen, man. We got some players, man. Like we got some players, um, and we knew that we can score. We knew we was gonna score. Like we knew that was gonna happen, right? We just didn't know how we was gonna be able to deal with their offense, right? And I
Right.
just believe that we confuse. If you look at the film, go back and watch the film. A lot of times our kids wasn't even set because we confused them because we was trying to do too much, right? And so everybody felt like, yeah, Dolphins, you can run on Dolphins. You can do this on Dolphins. Ask those teams after that how many times they scored and ran on us, right? That didn't happen. At walk down game, great running team. It ain't happen. Like DMVU, like it didn't happen, right? So that game helped us be better coaches. Our kids was lined defensively. They wasn't lined up like they needed to be lined up, and that was our fault. We was just trying some things different, and we learned from it. Made us a better team.
Yeah, like Walter said though, when a lot of people play versus Voodoo, Voodoo damn near already got a 20-point lead because they are afraid, and then they start playing and realizing that they could have played with them, you know, towards the end or something like that, But a lot of times, man, teams are afraid of Voodoo, and that's why I want to make sure that you guys get a chance to play versus SED, Voodoo. Um, I'm not even sure about walk 'em down game this year because I didn't heard I don't. I'm gonna just keep it there. But if they're the same, walk them down, Bessemer, right? Those games must be played. But we got to add one more.
Okay,
We're the young man that played for Brick City that was supposed to be 10U.
the
I
Ravens.
think he went to the Ravens.
Yep,
So the
yep.
Ravens, I think, is going to be a very good team this year. Got to put them on that list.
Yeah, you do. You do. You do. And I'm just gonna leave it at that. But let's let teams earn their stripes before we just, what I'm saying,
Before
before
Mm.
you
we
crown
just
them, and you know what too? You're right. Cause I ain't gonna even.
Mm.
I don't even know if the coach is gonna quit on them.
well, I ain't gonna say that,
Hey,
but
they quit on
Man,
Bugatti.
he's cooking.
yeah, but
Why is this man
but
cooking?
but yeah, I don't know. I ain't talking about nobody I don't know, but let's just
Listen, man.
Mm.
you got too many teams that really been putting in this work to allow their kids to be noticed. We talking to people like you talking to people all across the country about your team and your kids. So allow them to do like everybody else had to do. Walk up them ladders, walk up them steps, and then we'll revisit. But the more good competition, the better.
Do you ever feel slighted, coach? Like did it take winning an AYF national championship for you to finally feel like, damn, like we didn't won a UIFL, we won D2. It took it. We didn't had to go the whole season throwing the ball all across the field, and finally, after winning a national championship, we finally gain a recognition. Or do you still feel like, nah, bro, we just still getting slighted?
Man, listen. I think you have to find ways to stay motivated. You understand what I'm saying? You gotta, so all year, and correct me if I'm wrong, right? All year, people felt like DMVU was that team in AYL. You understand what I'm
Mhm.
saying? And which deservedly so, because they was the national, the national champions. You know, and when they mentioned us, even though we played those teams in battle, right? Even though we played those teams and we played good ball, everybody would always go back to DMVU, which is a good team. Don't take nothing away from them. So, but I like that, right? I like those things that's gonna make me stay up just the extra hour or wake up just the extra hour early,
Mhm.
right? I like those things that's gonna make me dig a little deeper, and I can get that to the kids. So looking forward to this upcoming year. And man, we got a lot of football to play, man. Like we got a lot of football to play, and we can hit two on that 7-1, man. Let me
Yeah,
give my
yeah. Hey, okay, coach. Before you do that, I would like to
Lord.
say, for the coaches that that I'm talking about how y'all quit on Bugatti, and now y'all going to the Ravens and stuff like that. I know I'm saying that, and it might be getting to y'all, but I just want y'all to know I don't care. I
Oh
don't.
my God. All right.
I just had to let that be known. You quit on my babies, bruh.
yeah. Well,
Like,
they gonna be South Florida, so you already know how South Florida coming as they get older.
Yeah.
So
Yeah. For
it's
sure.
just
Get on that 7-1
yeah.
too,
So
coach.
Ken,
'Cause
man,
we can't let you get up out of here
all
for
right,
this.
Ken, I'm gonna talk a little. I think you be wishy washy with that 7-1, man. You know what I'm
Get
saying?
on, come
You
on,
know,
coach.
like,
Talk
go
to
ahead,
this
like,
go
man.
ahead, go
Talk
ahead.
to
like
this
that's
man.
just that's just mine. So, but so I think somebody made a comment. I ain't gonna put nobody's name on it. It's just like middle school. But so we treating 6U like middle school. We treating 7U like middle school. Like at what age do we start treating them like middle school? If we gonna compare it to middle school, I don't think we. I think we need to let kids be kids, babies be babies, and then when it's time for them to drive, get their license, then that's when they drive. Um, but if you think about it and you think about middle school, let's say Voodoo. That's the best. We're gonna say 10U team in the country, right? If you started a middle school team and you had Georgia Eagles at that middle school and you had Twin City at that middle school, Voodoo team gonna be sitting the bench. They not gonna be playing. So you can't
Mhm.
I think so I don't like comparing it to middle school, Ken.
I feel you. Tomato, tomato.
Well,
Right?
I'm just yeah.
I got you,
This man.
coach. The only reason why I
Boy, this
compared it
man.
to middle school is because out here in Georgia, right? You may have somebody that they're in the same grade, but
Hmm.
this person might be 6 months older or on a different team. It's the same way, right? It doesn't matter. It doesn't play a role into them playing on the same team. And I'm thinking and I'm looking at it the same way. And not just that, it's only a month apart. Can't
Okay.
nobody convince me
But let
that
me break this down.
go ahead.
Let me break this down.
Please,
You
please.
absolutely right. It's a month apart, right? But if I got a what I don't know what age you want to go. Let's talk about that older age. So if I got July kids that's in the 7th grade, right, and then I got the other kids that's in the 6th grade. That's not an equal opportunity. Because one in the 7th grade, one in the 6th grade. At some point, you got to have a date to separate the two. Now, and then you got some of those, and you talking about those kids that's just one month apart. But what about those kids that's birthdays in January, February, March, April,
In the
right?
same grade?
Yeah, yeah. They in the fifth, say they're in the 5th grade.
Yeah, but if they still playing on the same team, and if that person is about 6 months older, they still playing on the same team. They
Yep.
playing versus teams that's the same way. So
I,
it still evens out. Like
I
at the
think
same.
at
Mhm.
some point it does, but I think that, like you said, high school, it's fair game. Your body's changing, right? Your
Yeah.
mind changing, the mental discipline that it takes. So I do think at some point you're absolutely right. And does a month change everything? But I think Voodoo them didn't go play that team in Florida for a reason. Because it wouldn't have been a fair game.
I don't know. I still thought the game should have been played. I'm gonna just be honest. I was one of the ones. I did say that it's much more of a difference than just 7-1 and it's 7-31. And then, like I said, like I told the coach, if it's such a big deal, he said that coaches can pretty much vote to change the date to
Wait,
7-1.
all right, so let's back that up real quick too. So
Yeah. Yeah.
nah, I don't want to say it that way.
Mhm.
I think we misunderstood what he was saying. What he's saying is not the
Mhm.
coaches. You gotta think coaches ain't got no say so, man.
Yeah. Yeah. The
You
regions.
know, yeah, like coaches ain't, man.
Mhm.
It's like you say, it's the people that's at the top can decide.
Mhm.
Um,
Those regional
Yeah,
yeah, yeah.
coaches
coordinators.
bring
So
it to
Mhm.
them and they make the decision, right?
they not the coaches. Trust me. Coaches ain't gonna have that. And then if you think about it, AYF, he said it was Craig said it was 300 teams that made it to national. So it's probably 2,000 teams.
He
Yeah,
said that.
that's they ain't trying to do that. But with
Yep.
us, we gonna play.
Lead
We
president, okay.
yes, and so so that's the difference. So like I just like, and I'm just trying to protect the coaches. It ain't on the coaches. I seen a
Yeah.
team at UYFL because you got coaches on the field at 8, all right, whatever. They let social media dictate them not being on the field and the other coaches on the field. Come second half, that coach on the field trying to catch back up, but it's too late. Lost you a national championship because you trying to do what the mass is doing, but versus taking what the rules say.
Mhm.
Um, so you got to be careful as a coach. But I don't think, like I said, with us as of right now, we are 7-31. We gonna play who
Mhm. And
and
you
we go,
cool with
yeah. And we ain't, and that will
731.
not be a reason why or an excuse of the outcome of the game.
Well, listen, only reason I'm even
So you are okay with 731, coach. You wouldn't want to change.
I'm not gonna say I wouldn't want to change. Do I
Okay.
think UIF? Do I think those 7-1 teams would compete better and win more if they was on the same playing field? Absolutely. Like when we got through playing Bat thought we was a 7-1 team. He was like, "Nah, you got to be kidding me, y'all 7-1. No, man." And he's not saying that just to say it. He's saying that because he know you got some of them hymns and that right
Hmm.
there that can change the game.
It's about 3 or 4
Yes,
kids.
sir. And it don't take but
Yeah.
2 or 3.
Yeah. To change the
hey
game
man, I
for
like
sure.
that jacket. I ain't gonna lie to you. The
Oh yeah,
jacket,
appreciate. I figured I show it, man. You know,
yeah, man, that
represent.
jacket nice.
That is crazy, man.
AYF.
Um, but I think, coach, that you are an example of what Coach Craig was just saying about, you know, that y'all are okay with it.
Yeah,
It's not that you don't want it to change or that you really you just sound like you
Yeah.
don't
yeah,
care. If it changes one day, hell, you'll go find some
The
7-1 kids. If it don't change, you're gonna still play the games against the 7-1
yeah. Cause
kids. You feel what I'm saying? So I
yeah, you
like
gotta
that.
play the game. We ain't, man. Listen, it don't. You know, we still trying to play Voodoo. We still trying to play SED.
Mhm.
We still trying to play Besma. We still trying to play them teams with whatever birthdays they got. And at the end of the game, it's no excuse. Now it ain't no excuses from the coaches and the kids. You can't dictate what everybody
Mhm.
else say.
Now them parents feel
Yeah,
different. We know
yeah,
that.
yeah. They going to, but we gonna play the game. Like, and we planned on we like, yeah, we gonna play the game. Like, we can't wait. We super excited for this upcoming year, right? Like, we super excited. Like we super excited about this upcoming year.
Yeah, but I did kind of want to go back. Pops Brown kind of made me want to go back just a little bit
Okay.
about them not playing versus the Brick City. They're used to playing older teams. I guess since Brick City really was 11U, but I guess they didn't play them because they were saying that they were 10U and they really
Yep.
was 11U team.
So if I lose to 11U team, it's not as
I guess
bad.
not.
It's not. I'm
I
just telling
thought
the
it, yeah.
truth.
I thought I
Mhm.
thought the game should have been played, but they, for the simple fact that they knew that they were considered 11U team, you know what I'm saying? They didn't, play them. But if they was been like, okay, yeah, I'm 11U, then they would have made the game happen. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, that
And
whatever
back,
5 ones they got out there, man, y'all gotta for sure stop that lead. Y'all gotta change it
but you
because
can't say, but so,
you
but I
can't go
think,
no nationals or nothing. These baby want to go national nowadays.
well, yeah, I think so, but I think they've been doing that league for a long time. So, and I'm sure they got more teams that don't want to go national than do.
Okay,
Um,
yeah, if they don't, then that's different.
Yeah, but I mean, I think it was a
Okay.
good bit. Like I think that was a good business decision for Bat not to take that game. I'm not. I don't think he was scared. Like I just think sometimes
Mhm.
you gotta. They had a goal, strive for five, and even
Mhm.
Voodoo, man. I'm not saying this, but Voodoo take a L. You think everybody's staying with that team, and they don't want five in a row. What
I
else can you
don't.
say? That's what I'm
I
saying.
don't. I don't.
Crazy.
That's how I
That's
told you.
crazy.
Their loyalty is in the win.
So why would they go play the game then?
I mean, that's a great question. That's a really great question. But even though I still thought Voodoo the way that they were, I still thought they would beat them. You know what I'm saying? That team they was getting tired too quick. And Voodoo is just a team that just they they just continue to move. You know what I'm saying? They don't even give you a
So,
chance to
so
make
hold
the
on.
substitutions. Go ahead.
So, Ken, did you see how they, man, listen, they play SED and you could tell it was levels. They played the other team down there, Del Rey, and you could tell it was levels.
Mhm. Yeah.
Like sometimes you got to protect your babies, man.
All right, so Christopher Jarrett, he said that's not true at all. Brick City is a 10U in AYFL.
In that league,
And
yeah.
they were never called 11U until they saw the team play. Listen, you five
Yeah.
What,
In
one,
any
you
other
11U.
league, y'all are
You
11U in anybody
cannot
else's
play in no
league. I mean,
nationals.
any league.
None.
I mean, you can't play in
You couldn't
regular
even play in
leagues in a lot of
C1N
places.
first year.
yeah. But
Yeah.
and two though,
Yeah.
and Voodoo was 11U and AYF. You know,
I
those all
mean, yeah,
those teams are
technically, yeah.
11U and AYF.
Yeah. They're 11U and AYF. You absolutely right. Cole, before we I cannot let you leave before I ask you. 12 team bracket. The people you played in the championship played 2 games before you've seen them. 2. They played 2. I think y'all played 3. Y'all ended up playing 4 games at AYF.
Yes.
Did you feel like anybody was at an advantage going into the championship? 12 team bracket. That's a crazy
Yeah,
amount
well,
of
I
teams.
felt like, of course, the team that played the most should be at a disadvantage, and we did. But we,
Mhm.
and we had, and not only that, right? We played the defending champions on Friday night with a turnaround to play the championship the next day. Now, Southfield played a
Right.
good team also Friday night, Winslow. But we play the defending champions. And to us, man, just being, honest, DMVU game was our championship. They put us out last year. We've been hearing about them
Mhm.
all year, right? And so not the physical part of it, but the emotional part of playing that
Mhm.
game, what it and to win that game and then it's over. And then to try to get up for the championship guy. I know that sounds crazy. but to try to get up for the next 24 hours for a Southfield team when you beat the team you really wanted to play.
Yeah.
Mm,
And Southfield a good team. They real physical. I think they
absolutely.
Southfield they played what's that team for Ohio Salt Boys in a tournament.
Mhm.
I ain't gonna talk about what happened, but they should have won, right?
Shout out to
Um,
Boys, Coach Bartley.
yeah, Coach Barkley them. So they're a good football team, man. So like I say,
Mhm.
um, it's some good football across the country. And so, like I said, I just think that if you can play, it's good to play the games, but it ain't as easy as it looks.
So I do gotta ask the question, right? You know why and see was gonna be brought up. Is
Mhm.
there a possibility that you be trying to play both or trying to go the Y and C route at all? No, you
Uh,
got your AYF.
yeah. I mean, yeah, everything is a possibility, man. I feel like, I feel like we're gonna be ready for whatever next
Yeah.
year.
Cause I feel like really, man, you kind of conquered everything else. So and it seems like you're up for continuing to challenge the team. So it seems like you will
Oh,
go for
fanatic, hold on, fanatic. What we talking about? You shaking your head over there, man. Talk to me real quick,
I
man.
think, man, I'm just, Coach. I like what y'all doing. Stay the hell away from voodoo. Okay,
Hey,
I like what y'all doing. I love like I think, man, me and this man, I don't think anybody sits and talk about the Mac Dolphin quarterback as much as Ken does.
Oh yeah.
Coach,
Yeah.
why? Stay where you at. Keep winning. Keep dominating. Don't let them bait you in, man. Don't let them
I'm
bait you
just
in.
saying, bro. I'm trying to see what looks better, right? When we talking about UIFL champion, D2 AYF champion,
AYF
D1 AYF
the
champion,
one.
YNC
Shoot.
possible champion, right? Or
Oh my God.
are we talking about, two-time AYF champion? I think
That's
that
crazy
additional
too.
one kind of
I think it also. I'm not gonna lie.
it, it,
All that. I'm
it's
not
you
gonna lie.
know it kind of sounds
This
it rings a
resume real
bell.
disrespectful. I ain't gonna
It rings
even
a
lie,
bell.
bro. This
You know what I'm
resume
saying?
I mean,
disrespectful.
we feel like we're the best team in the country, man. Like we going into 2025, which we already here. Like we the best team out there. Like
Mm-hmm.
and you gonna have to see us on the field and to prove us otherwise, right? And no disrespect, like you know, if you ain't got that mindset, you should stay wherever you supposed to stay, right? But we just feel like, you know
Mm.
what I'm saying? We feel like, yeah, we whatever, like we with it, we with it, like I
Mm.
called bad a couple weeks ago. Hey, hey, AYF champ, YNC champ, what up? Let's go, right? And bad, he don't duck no smoke.
None.
You know what I'm saying? So like man, like I think we was close. We was close to peaking, but like people, man, listen, man, yeah, it's going down, man. Like you know, yeah.
So, so is your preference to play him when you guys already kind of found the team's identity, right? Which is kind of like mid-season, or are you trying to play them right away?
I mean, my preference is we play them, and you know, and we beat them. Like that's my preference. Like I don't care what we play them, right? We go. Hopefully, like for me, if it was a picture perfect world and I can draw the strip. And I'm not saying I'm prophesying or nothing, but we meet them in preseason YNC for the championship, and the whole world will be able to see, they'll be able to see what they're gonna see. Right? That's what we want to see them, man. We want to see them. That's what we want to see them. And we played them last year and it was they beat us, and that's cool. But you got to get better each year.
Facts, man. But yeah, man.
And no disrespect to Voodoo, like no disrespect to them, man. Like they like ain't nobody
Mm-hmm.
crazy. They can very well do the same thing they did this year. Like no disrespect, but
For sure.
like I rock with those. I don't want to see nobody beat it with us. I would love to see them
Yeah.
win 6, 7 in a row. But if somebody beat them, I
Mm-hmm.
need to be Mac Dolphins, man. So and the only way to beat them is to play them, right?
See, here's the thing, coach. Now this has been our me and fanatic thing, right? Whole little what we've been seeing over the years, right? The past couple of or few years. 11U winner does not turn out to be the winner that we think is going to be the winner.
Hmm.
You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying? Cuz it's
yeah.
like I think honestly, I've been, filming Voodoo since they won the first one.
Hmm.
Gotta have a passing game.
Yeah,
Got to.
you
You
got
see what I'm saying? Because teams are going to be more physical, bigger, stronger, faster, right? More wiser, all those things. So I feel like in 11, you got to have a passing game. You know what
yeah,
I'm saying? So that's my whole thing. So that's why I'm very excited to see what it is that they're bringing next season because they were able to kind of pound the ball just soon as they run the ball, get right back to it, run it again, pass it every now and then. I think they're going to have to pass it a lot more
yeah. Well,
next season.
Right.
SED played them great. SED took them to the wire.
Mm-hmm.
But they got the championship mentality, right? And
Right.
that matters. That matters.
For sure.
So yeah.
But anything else,
Nah,
King?
man, that's it. Shout out to Money Muscling. Shout out to
For sure.
Pop Brown. You know,
Mm-hmm.
yeah, shout out to Yeezy. Shout out to everybody, man. Christopher that came in.
For sure.
Uh dang, coach, you didn't share so much knowledge with us. I feel like, man, anything else is kind of overkill. You know what I'm
It's
saying? But
overkill, bro. This was
But
this was crazy, man.
go
You did
ahead.
good,
But
Ken.
what else that you want to or any misconceptions that or anything that you just want to get out, coach?
man, I just like to say, man, I'm just, I just wanna I like when our kids, hear about Mac Dolphins, small town, smaller city, North Carolina. Like we like every Georgia, Florida, respectfully, and they should. They skip over the
Mm-hmm.
Carolinas, go straight to VA. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Like we not on the East Coast. Like we ain't got no hardware. Like we don't play football. I mean, you got other good organizations too within the Carolinas as well. But in order to beat the man, you got to beat the man. You got to earn your respect. And if they and this can be for anybody, right? But if they don't talk about
Mm-hmm.
you, like don't get mad, get better, right? Like
Fact.
let that stuff motivate you, man. Like you gotta find stuff that's gonna make you do stuff that they ain't gonna do. And so keep talking about DMVU, keep talking about A Voodoo, keep talking about all them, right? And I hope we can make the game exciting when we pop out on the field and we play whoever.
And I'm gonna tell you something, coach. See, North Carolina was on the verge of being in those mentions, right? But like this man right here, so
Mm-hmm.
non eloquently put it, right? He betted on the North Carolina Giants with Coach Brandy and them. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
they the reason. I'm gonna put it on
Mm-hmm.
them. And until Coach Brady come back on here, I'm putting it on her. You know what I'm saying? That's why they skipped y'all. That what I'm gonna say. That's why I did. You know what I'm saying? But then y'all came out. I seen y'all. I said, "Damn, where is that team out of?" At first, I don't know where I thought y'all was from. I thought y'all was from like Kentucky or something. You know what I'm saying? But then they like, nah, that's a North Carolina team. I'm like, man, They got the goods. But no, don't worry. For now on, you guys will always be in the mentions. You know
Yeah,
what I'm saying?
and like you said, it's just for the kids though. Like
Yeah, it's
just
for the
for the
kids.
kids,
I'm about to
man.
say, make sure you send them
Mhm.
too. Make sure we get those highlights. And I did reach out to your IG, man. Y'all got to be a little bit more, engaging with that one. You know what I'm saying? Because it's information that I be needing to get sometimes, and I'll reach out or something like that. I just need a little quick response or something so we can make sure that we keep up with the kids and stuff like that and what they got going because we be wanting to help spotlight the young men. You see what I'm saying? So you probably
Yeah,
ain't one of them people that really engage on the Instagram, but we gonna definitely need that to change, coach.
yeah, and whatever we got to do, like I'm sure we got a parent or something that can help with that. Whatever we got to do, like to just help those kids, because I know you spoke on it several times. Like, like the game can change some of these families and their lives,
For sure.
and if you don't know, that's only an excuse for a short period of time because there's resources out there to learn and know. And like even with yourself, y'all platform, y'all talk about a lot of the things that people don't really talk about. So definitely, man, for the kids' hard work, it's good for them to hear their name, man, and let people know that people really believe in them. So definitely agree with you 110%.
Yes, sir. So
For sure.
anything else, fanatic? I'm gonna say he said
Nothing, man. I appreciate
he
this,
said, who
man.
is your 11 U out of Cali? I don't have one. They gonna
Okay.
have to earn it this year. I ain't just giving out, you know what I'm saying, no flowers. I ain't handing none. Okay. Once I see what people are doing, then I'll make those decisions. I'm not doing it.
Sure.
I'm not doing it. Not this year. So this year I don't have a 11U coming out of Cali. Just not doing it. Feel what I'm saying? But hey, coach, we definitely appreciate you coming
For
on.
sure, man. For
Like I
sure.
always say, man, for anybody that comes on this platform, you're always welcome to come back. Also, man, you could bring one of the young men that help them get some public speaking and stuff like that. And that's the other thing that we looking to do is help these young men get comfortable with speaking online. Because I'm somebody that wasn't like comfortable speaking in front of people, but I just found my comfort in it. You know what I'm saying? And I feel like I can give some tips and advices to help the young man, become a little bit more comfortable sharing his story in front of other people online and stuff like that. So anytime that you want to bring a young man on here, you welcome. You know what I'm saying? But like I say, man, I appreciate you coming on here, coach.
Oh yeah, man. Appreciate y'all.
We
Yeah,
appreciate it,
appreciate y'all,
coach.
man. Y'all have a good night, man. And like I say, man, we try to, me personally, like, try to live the life to please the Lord, man. And that's what I want to do.
Clapping it up for you, coach. Clapping it up for coach. Clapping it up for coach, man. Living his life, man. Pleasing the Lord, coach. You are definitely pleasing the Lord with all of that
Yes, sir.
hardware.
Yes, sir.
You are definitely. Ken, I must admit, you finally did something damn right.
What the hell I do? What I finally do right?
You finally did something
Oh my
right.
god!
Oh my God.
What?
That man right there, y'all. Lord Jesus, bro. It's PA Trenches took the words right out of my mouth. Coach is a breath of fresh air, bro. Did you hear the grind? Huh? Huh? Did you hear the
Yeah, I'm just glad,
grind?
man. He right. It is a breath of fresh air when you find somebody that actually wants to play the game.
Does good
You know what I'm
business,
saying? Like,
man. He wants to, he's there. You got I'm gonna be real, bro. I'm gonna be real. I know Coach Low the Lord. Coach. Yeah, I'm this shit can't even be real, bro. Excuse me for cussing y'all. This can't be real. Coach did it. He got a team. He took them to national UIFL. He took them national D2. He took them, won a D1 championship. You feel what I'm saying? I mean, like, yeah, little small city, and all he did was coach. Hey, I'm gonna tell you something, streets. I don't know what we gotta do to get Batman on here, but it's chinks in the armor.
It's chinks in Voodoo's armor,
You don't think so? You ain't seen no chinks at Nationals.
bruh.
This is still the
that
unbeatable.
SED was a team that been with Aiden. He been playing versus them since I think he damn near out of the 5 or 6 times that they've been in there, he's been there at least 3 or 4. So he knows all too well about Voodoo.
Okay, that's cool. That's cool. But I'm gonna tell you something. Answer me this. And we gotta give much respect to SED because they did beat Mac. But do we know what we're gonna get from SED? Like, I believe SED's a pretty one-dimensional team. I believe they're a pretty one-dimensional team.
SED?
Yeah,
nah, bro, they can pass and run.
So they can pass, but is that what they demonstrated to you at the national championship?
I gotta also apologize, man. I accidentally pressed all them other buttons, but I meant to press the clap for coach.
Oh, we gotta give it up to the coach, man. We gotta give it up for the
that's
coach,
giving
man.
it up to Coach, man. Coach Cook, man. But let me get to Christopher Jarrett. He says a final possession game definitely exposes chink.
Boy, they is cooking you tonight,
they ain't
bro.
cooking me.
They is cooking
Listen,
you, bro. You are getting
I
cooked.
just said, hold on. How am I getting cooked?
You said it was no
I
chinks.
literally
You
just
said it was no chinks.
I literally just said that SED plays them very well.
You said that there are no chinks. That's what you said. You said there's no chinks.
Do I see anybody beating them? No, I don't. What you want me to lie and be delusional? Right now, I don't. I mean, I like what Coach bring. Yeah, I think that, he bring a different type of element because when you really look at it, that's where they had the most success with the passing game. See what I'm saying? The chinks, if you talk about the chinks, it was the passing game, it's the secondary, right? And that's what Mac Dolphins does very well. But do I think Mac Dolphins beat them? No. It's a new year.
Man.
It's a new year.
It's a new year, and I gotta give everybody the opportunity, even when it comes to 10, bro. Y'all know I love that.
You say I gotta find the
but the truth.
Hold on,
but you know, go ahead.
Let me see if I got one.
Go ahead.
Hold on, let's see.
Come on, man. Give me my
yeah. We can do that one.
Give me my first.
We can do this one for him.
There's nothing sad about me. You've been getting cooked all night.
I ain't been getting cooked. What you talking about, Coach?
You know
everything I said, Coach ended up saying that he agreed with me 110%.
Of course, I mean, we all can agree.
Agreeing with you. Can't get cooked.
We can agree with you.
It's not the same.
We can agree. But I just don't think you're right. You know what I'm saying? I just don't think that you are right. But you know what, man? I will say, bro, if y'all coaches didn't learn nothing tonight, I pray that you learned how to freaking coach.
Yeah, look, man, I'll say this though, man. Shout out to PA Trenches. Shout out to PA Trenches.
The Trenches. We coming to PA this year, man. I mean, me and Ken talked about it. We coming to PA, man. We gonna find what the move is up there.
Yeah, man. Definitely, bro. Appreciate you always tuning in. But yeah, we not about to be long ourselves. But I'll say this, bro. The game this year, I think most of them will get played. I think that a lot of coaches is that kind of held up the the standard of youth football. I think a lot of them will not probably be head coaches. I think they will probably coach but not be head coaches. And for the most part, man, I'm looking forward to some exciting games. I'm looking forward for the games to be played. I'm looking forward for the 10U division. You know what I'm saying? we gonna see what the Georgia Eagles do. 12U. I mean, it's a lot of stuff, man. You know, that's going to take place. I just,
Mhm.
for the most part, man, I just want to see the games, man. I plan on traveling,
For
much
sure.
more and stuff like that. We just got to see the games, bro. All in all. But man, I thank y'all for tuning in. I appreciate y'all. Hey, hit the like button on the way out. If you're on Facebook, follow the page. If you on YouTube, matter of fact, go to the YouTube anyway. Hit the like button so we can continue to get this channel out in the algorithm. Go to Fanatic on Instagram, Fanatic Media underscore. You
Mhm.
know what I'm saying? And go ahead and follow him. But man, we appreciate y'all. We thank y'all for y'all time. We very grateful for you guys. I know some people don't take people for granted. I'm telling y'all, that's just not us. We thank y'all, man. We really do, for helping us grow this channel. Um, T Street said, I got he says, I got a task for you. He said, I need to get James Davis on the show.
I like that task
All
right
right,
there, T
man. Let
Streets.
me
T
go.
Streets.
All
I like
right, bro.
that.
I'm gonna go ahead and reach out to coach, man. I ain't gonna lie to you.
Mm.
Might cook him a little bit. I just I just might. I just might, because he the reason
I
why
would love
I
that.
think I had one loss. No, two loss. Two losses.
Mhm. And it was both his
More,
team
yes. It-
in the
More
championships. In the championships, that's both
more
his
than
team.
Fanatic. So, you know what I'm saying? But hey, man, make sure
Mhm.
y'all tune in tomorrow.
Yeah,
I got the young bull, one of the top receivers from last year coming on. You know
for
what I'm
sure.
saying? Prince Will Njoku, young man plays a lot of things. He's uh multi-dimensional or he can play
Mhm.
everything. You feel what I'm saying? And I'm gonna have him on tomorrow. Make sure y'all come and show y'all support. But man, thank y'all again. But I'm up for the task, T Street. He says we need to find out what's going on for this year. He says he Georgia Eagles or ATL Elite. We need to know. Hey, if I
Mm.
had to bet my dollar, he's because I seen the Georgia Elite versus the Miami Garden Ravens, and when I seen
Mhm.
that, it just struck it rung a bell for me to say, hold on, why would that game be, an important game? But then I realized they said they were joining ATO Elite organization. So I believe that they will be the 12U for ATO Elite. But the only thing is, how the hell they gonna be, ATO Elite? And then you got the Georgia Eagles, previously RDE, saying that they're the Georgia Eagles.
Mhm.
So I'm trying to figure that one out. But anyway, man, thank y'all for tuning in. We out.